Hey, this is Mike from We Build Stuff, and today I'm going to try and build a manual press for laminating wood together. In my searching on the internet for what I'm looking for is something like this. For example, a bunch of these pieces, once I have them laminated together this way, laminated, whatever, but maybe I want to put more than one layer together, I'll be able to put that all inside. I'm going to be building my press out of steel, ready rod, probably a few other little things, nuts and bolts and stuff. And the goal is to be able to have a bed size that is at least 22 by 28, or in this case, bigger, because each one's going to be done in sections. There's going to be 3 sections together capable of going at least 22 by 28. The ready rod is going to get cut down to length, and the way that this is going to look, we set up for each one to have at least 2 to 3 clamps. But I'll be able to take them in and out if I don't need them for a specific project. At the end of each of these, I'm going to build a small base with kind of a foot to give it a little bit more surface area. That little foot will then be able to touch a piece of wood, so I can have a whole nother piece of wood here, extra clamping pressure and stuff. Let's cut some things up. I'm going to cut each of these down to be about a foot. This is going to give me lots of play. So with all those cut, I got a potential for 9 of them. Now these are going to end up welded straight onto the top, so I can just use a wrench, and when the wrench goes on, it'll turn the whole thing, rather than fiddling around with that. I could eventually build bigger handles so you can do your hands and stuff. Okay, we're going to drill a total of 9 holes now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now if these are 1/2 inch, I want to make sure the holes aren't too tight. I'm going to go one size bigger, whatever that size ends up being. I'm going to start with a pilot hole first before I do my big one. Drill my next hole. So once you got a hole like that, I'm going to be able to put this through. The hole is purposely bigger. It's going to make it easier to get them in and out instead of a nice snug fit. There's going to be another nut that is going to get welded onto this, so that as it screws in and out, the nut attached to here will allow for that up and down movement. Next thing is to weld these on and make sure I don't do them wrong. Otherwise, that's more work for me. Just tack welds first. I'll test each one, and if they're good, then I'll do the full welds. So almost finished. I still need to create some feet that I'm going to go on here so that this doesn't pierce whatever wood caul that I have. The cool thing about this, I can change the length to anything I want. I could even build a 4th one if we end up needing that. And there's lots of room for different pieces. So the next thing that I need are little feet to go on the end of those bolts. Now this red weird shape, well, because that's the metal that I've got to cut out from. I've programmed these 3x3 rounded squares in Inkscape. And let's go cut them out. I then use SheetCam to generate G-code from that file. Load that G-code up into Mach 3, and let's go. Now, if you can afford one of these machines, Fast cut CNC. This is the Icon Elite 4x4 table. This has been a game changer for our shop. If you have an idea that you can draw, you can get this thing cut out so much faster than doing it by hand. Portable, easy to store. I gotta still add up my cost for material, but you can make this any size you want. There's no fixed way. It looks like it laminated pretty decently. I don't have any gaps, it kept it flat. Good experiment, just with some pallet wood for now. We're gonna be turning this into a guitar when it's done. Stay tuned for that one.